Welcome to Detroit Prepping. Today I'd like to reach out to 60% of the families in the city of Detroit that are headed by an unwed matriarch. Now I have several family members in the 60%. And I don't know if there's any simple words I can use to reach them, make them aware of maybe not what is going to happen, but what could happen. Are there any words that I could use to reach out to them and make them understand they are the greatest force in the city of Detroit? Would there possibly be any words that I could use to make them realize that they have the greatest say in the city of Detroit by numbers? I think the biggest problem we are facing in the city of Detroit at this time is no one is ready to handle not only their day-to-day issues concerning or pertaining to existence, but the inability to provide without assistance. Now, several of my family members receive public assistance. I can assure you the amount of money they receive is less than enough for a human being to survive on, let alone every human being they are responsible for. I don't think the members of my family realize their potential at this point. I mean, a two-parent home, I believe is far superior for many reasons. However, finding yourself in another situation or the opposite situation should not change your resolve and the fact that can you take care of your children? Can you feed your child if the lights went out? Could you feed your child if the grocery stores were empty? I fear what a woman would do in the face of watching her children literally starve to death right before her eyes. Now, I don't doubt that they would do anything. But my question is, why not do it now? If you profess your resolve to be so great, show it. Show it in a couple hundred gallons of water. Show it by teaching your children how to purify water. Have these low dollar items available to your children, yourself, your situation. Now, I won't accuse anyone other than the person I know of doing such things. But if you can get your bridge card and buy lobster, steak, you could make some preparations. I mean, enough to feed a child for 3 months. In most cases, costs less than a lobster tail. Water. If you have a family with children, I'll assume you provide milk. And I would almost assume that you provide it in quantities of a gallon or more. Why not pick out an old broom closet down in the basement and wash those bottles out good and fill them up, just in case. I mean, the possibilities are endless for disaster. I'm sure the possibility of a smooth and pleasant ride the rest of your life is a possibility. But who would want to take that chance? Can you imagine if 6 out of every 10 people you saw had 6 more people with them, and they were starving, and they were scared, and they were cold? These things used to be, when I was a kid, pretty routine. There was definitely a source for heat in the house that did not require grid connection. There was definitely more food than any one person could eat in a month. And I assure you, these women were not rich. These women received no form of assistance from anyone at any time. But what was important to them was their children, their commitment they had made. And they did it by any means necessary. I hope there's one person one matriarch of a family that sees this video and takes the time to think about how fragile our situation is, how horrifying it would be to watch those you claim to be the nearest and dearest to your heart starve to death and then die. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll come back to my channel. And if nothing else, I hope you have a good day.